All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope everybody had a great season there at the little holiday break that we all got. I know most people get Christmas to New Year's. I know some people have to push and work through all of that, but whatever your break size was, I hope you had an amazing holiday season with the family. We're back. We're going to check out some Bitcoin prices today. We're going to check out some altcoin prices today. And we're going to go over some of the ideas that we've been talking about in our stream in the past, well, all of the streams, because we've been looking at the bigger picture. We're not locking into anything small on these streams. If you want to do that, you come over and see us in the Discord and we can talk there. But as far as this stream goes, we're keeping it big time frame ideas, okay? You want to learn to do this on the small time frame stuff, come talk to us in the Discord. So let's go over the market and look at things. So, last video, we were looking at this pattern. Actually, let's go to the old chart, because this is the one that we made last time around. We had made this pattern. And what we were looking for is we were looking to finally get to the end of this range and see where we went when we broke out. In the group after that, we actually drew a smaller pattern on here and we started watching this as well. So this turned into this, and we were watching for it to break and make its move. And obviously we definitely started showing serious support at the bottom of this level based on this point here, this area here. And here, and here, and here, gave us an idea that we would start to see support here, and we did. And as we speak, we're actually pushing up to our top levels that we spoke about in our last video, actually. So I hope you caught that. And of course, that leads us to the bigger time frame ideas. So right now we're looking to see ourselves push up through this level and then be able to do a retest, some kind of a retest here, and hold this level. If we're not able to do that, obviously we're looking to push downward and break down here. So we'll go back to the other chart. Very strange. Thank you. Hold on here. I have an idea. Thank you, Trade Intuition. I appreciate the input on stuff like that, because it's really hard for me to check that stuff until after I've done the stream and I've gone back and looked at it. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. You should now see the chat in the top, and you should be able to hear me a little better because I've dumbed down the music sound a little bit. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right, so if we're looking at that pattern on the 4-hour time frame, I think that's where we left off. Yeah, we were looking at these levels here where we were hitting, and we're expecting to see a run to this level to fulfill this pattern. And we were talking about the lower curve that we had put here. And so in the group, we had been watching this over the holidays, and we were looking for it to break through. We were watching this level to get broken or this level to get broken. So we finally started to pinch, and obviously we pushed. So now we're really looking at this range to fulfill itself. Now again, our next move, our next ideas, we're watching for the breakout and the retest for a continued push, or we're looking for the rejection and a run back down here. Again, we could see a push to some kind of a bearish retest up into these levels, or we could be seeing some type of a bearish triangle pattern that will continue in the downward direction. So this is a pretty important level. We were confident last video in the idea that if we saw this hold, it might be a bullish idea. And now we can't have any confidence until we see these levels break, or else we're going to just see this pattern continue. If this pattern continues and lingers, the alt side of things will do much better for us. Obviously, we're seeing some serious alt moves right now. Okay. As we were talking about last video, we literally were talking about how we could run from here and smash up into this target. Actually, that didn't even happen before I started the stream. Okay, it did, but not before I set the stream up. Anyway, so we're seeing things happen on alts right now. The idea would be that we will see Bitcoin consolidate inside of this pattern. And we will see dominance. Hey Steve, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So we're looking for dominance to break down out of here. Maybe we run up, have another hit, and we really want to see us push and break this 57, 56 area. That's going to be the big indicator for us as far as alts go. So things might be a little slower today. Currently here in Ontario, Canada, where I am, we're getting a bit of a snowstorm. I've been cleaning the Starlink rectangle from the roof off all day, but the snow is not letting up, but we're gonna get through. Thoughts on Soluna? We're gonna check Soluna out here. We can definitely do that. We're just kind of running over the general idea of where we were last time and what we were looking for, and then where we've been in the group and what we're kind of looking at right now as far as Bitcoin itself goes. And I also want to take a minute to do this, which I don't do often, but I want to get into the habit of doing. We're going to look at some of the things that have been shared and how I share things in the group, so people kind of get the idea here. We'll only go back a little. So the way that I'm trading these patterns and the way that I'm sharing these patterns is strictly pattern matched with indicator, matched with risk reward, okay? And you'll see that I don't change my charts, I don't change my ideas, I don't change my patterns for a long time. I will draw these things out in advance and let them sit for a month, and they will play out, and we have an opportunity to make plays off of those situations. So I will share a pattern idea, and you get multiple opportunities to play that exact pattern idea that I shared. Then we talk about the small one here, and we bring this, and guess what? That whole pattern fills out. I give this out a week and a half before it happens. We are literally traveling through time in this group. It's crazy how empty it is. It's totally wild. Anyways, you get it delayed in the free side, but the paid side's getting this stuff before it happens, long before it happens, and it just continues to play out, level to level, level to level, level to level, level to level. It's there, even in the free side. It's there for you to start to learn the pattern, see the structures that I'm looking at, whether it's up, whether it's down. We're getting our foot in the door before it happens, and we're giving ourselves lots of time to make our ideas and our moves. Anyways, that's enough of that. Soluna. ETH, then Soluna. Okay, not much has really changed with ETH. We were actually kind of looking to see support on this line, and we clearly have for now, so. We did drop out of this rising wedge idea a bit, but obviously not that much. And we're pushing this line, so it's looking pretty good. We're looking for that 50 to push above the 200. Bullish scenario here. This range is going to be the bottom, and it's going to start to make its push. You know, a little more of a bearish scenario on a high time frame. It's going to be back where we had it, and at some point we will see some kind of a drawback to here, or maybe we see things kind of linger and be boring at this level until we get somewhere over here. And it really works like that. It really happens like that. So it's not really what's the time to buy and the price to buy. It's when the price action reaches these key levels in the TA. So we're still looking at this nice idea on ETH for sure. Let's check out Soluna now. Yeah, we're catching a nice bounce right where we talked about last video, right? Falling wedge. Actually, I mean, we're right. You can't get much closer to the fact that it's actually it's climbing the line. I don't even think I should move that. It's climbing the line that we put here last week, or well, just before Christmas, I guess. On our Christmas special, we drew this falling wedge idea, this as our like our current trend idea, and we were looking for a bounce here, and since then obviously we've done so. So my thoughts are exactly what we talked about in the last video. Still, I think we're gonna play this range, and then we're gonna make a choice here. You're either going to see us lose this area and take that pullback, or we're gonna push up through and continue on. We're going to beat this overall trend, and it'll just push higher, which is kind of what Bitcoin did with the last little circle that we had, right? Because these don't always mean this is a trend idea. It doesn't always mean it has to break down. It does more than not, but it doesn't always have to. What happens though is when you get to the end of it, when you finally get to the end of it, that's where it starts to make a choice. So I think that's kind of where I'm at with Soluna as well right now. We're getting to the point where at the end of this range, and we're looking to see a move happen. Looks pretty nice right now. definitely. Long term, if Bitcoin decides to steal the show, if dominance doesn't run below our levels, you could see this happen and then have the run push up. And wouldn't it be very much like cryptocurrency to give you this alternative first? Our prices never, our predictions never seem to work out exactly perfect. What happens to everyone is it's slightly off of what you thought it would be, and then it does exactly what you thought it would. So us coming down here and then doing the push is almost more likely than us running clean here, but it very well could happen. That way everybody gets scared, runs away, then you get your divergence on the idea, and you make the move. But again, I believe that if we can get below that level with dominance, we're going to be really happy with alts. GRT, I'm not sure if Dave's in here. My goodness. Yeah, we were looking at this idea here based on this wick and this area back here. And we did actually manage to see a nice bounce so far. Now, this was just an idea of a range. This isn't really anything. But this line is what we were looking to bounce on, and we bounced on it pretty close. Did we hit it? I think we did. Yeah, we just hit the line and then had a nice little run up. Not a bad little move, really. But that's the thing, is there's lots of people that are going to get to 25, 26% and be happy to take some profits. So it likes to stay down at these low levels for quite a while before it runs up, because people are so content on trading it and taking profits and trading it and taking profits with how volatile they are low. And then eventually we hit that point, like we keep talking about, we'll hit that point where the momentum changes and everybody just switches from that conservative kind of fearful trading, and they'll all become very greedy, and things will start getting pumped and pushed up, and it will happen very fast. But it usually happens at the end of these patterns, right? At the end of these trend ideas. B&B as well, same thing. Last time we were looking at these 3 points and this point holding. So it's done that, it's held very well, obviously running up to our top point. I mean, you can't make this stuff. Just go watch the last video where I was in a Santa Claus suit giving out all of this awesome juice. You can't make it up. So we're heading up to these top ideas, and we're looking for the same thing. We want to see us be able to push and hold, do some kind of a retest if we're going to keep moving, make that higher high, or we're going to see a rejection here and we're going to stay inside of this range. Our confidence on buying the fourth touch of the bottom of this pattern in the last video when we were talking about, you know, where we were at, great situation to be in. As we get up here, now we kind of want to wait. We want to wait until we either break through this level, or we want to wait until we get rejected by the level. You're almost better to, and again, I wouldn't do this just because this is more of a bullish looking pattern. This flat top here, and then this rising price action here makes it more of a bullish pattern in my head. But if this was a triangle right now, just a full-on triangle pattern right now, you'd almost be more likely to do a short up here. It isn't. So again, if you weren't in down here, I'd be watching up here just to see what it does right now. Then you can make your decision based on that. Trump coin, same thing. I mean, we were looking for a double bounce down here to start to push. That's what we did. And this is our YouTube. This is the group. This is YouTube. So these are all the things that we made and talked about in the last video. We were looking for a double bounce, maybe some divergence. We got a double bounce, maybe some divergence. Just a little bit, right? A little bit. We got a high and a low. We got a low and a high. And then we make a little push. Based on these levels and this level. And now again, our entry ideas, we like to make them down here. You're up here now. Do you enter? Do you jump in? Maybe this is happening right now. So do you jump in here? No, you set your alerts for these lower levels. Come check out the videos when I post them, and I will show you these low levels. You set your alerts. You can right click on a pattern on one of these simple lines. You can right click, you can add an alert right to that line based on these 2 points. And when your alarm goes off, you can come to your computer. You can, put your golf club down, your fishing rod down, whatever it is you do. You can come to your computer. You can make your entry idea. So you watched my video last week. You set an alert on a line. You made an entry and you made 20%. No leverage 20%. Leverage that a little bit, not financial advice. Right, my boy? I said not financial advice. Right. Okay. So, link. Not much change with link. I don't know. Actually, it's kind of link itself. I feel like you're probably going to see. I really do see this range out happening with link here. Just a little bit. Could prove me wrong and push, but again, with the same idea, same pattern. And again, this gives us quite some time this year to consider something like this being in this range and in this pattern. Whereas if we look at some of these other coins, we're going to see completely different patterns, completely different situations happening. The point that I want to get across is, as we go through all these coins today, all of these bottom levels that I am giving you are going to be valid for months. And if you know how to trade them, you're going to be able to use them for months. This market isn't going to space like Twitter says. This market isn't going to change your life if you get really optimistic one day and just hold on to some shit at the right time. It's not how this is going to work. This is going to come from discipline, pattern identification, and risk management. I'm going to give you levels that are very important, and I'm going to give you strategies and ideas that are going to be very helpful, that are going to keep you out of the really gambly side of cryptocurrency. I mean, everybody has their own way of trading, but if you want to make money in this market, you're just an average person that didn't get lucky in a bull run, there's a way that you can actually calculate things in this market and make good money. And it doesn't come from you can use all of these patterns on the 3-minute time frame, but you better know what you're doing. You better have some serious time in the market. The 1-minute time frame, 5-minute. You better understand the patterns, your trading strategies. All right, so RAN, render here. We were looking at these possible levels. we were looking at this falling wedge pattern, and we were looking at this range. Perfect move. Yeah, and I really challenge you to go back and watch the last video when we were sitting right here. And I drew all this out and explained it in detail. Coming on here and giving out 81% for Christmas on more than one situation. I was even in a Santa suit, if you could imagine that, giving out free money. Arrow, it was newer, but we had made a range idea, you know, this triangle idea, and obviously we caught some support in this idea and pushed up. This idea is going to remain the same, not changing this. I'm gonna go from a falling wedge pattern to a rising wedge pattern to a falling wedge pattern until something tells us otherwise. That's exactly how we'll trade. XRP, we were in this falling wedge. We found bottom on the falling wedge, and we were looking to hold. We did. We pushed up through the top now. So again, at this point, we want to see things break up, hold this area, show us some kind of a bullish pattern here. Either just continue to run for us or show us some kind of a bullish pattern here. Up, holding these levels, we want to see a bullish pattern form. Then we can make our retest entry. But ideally, when we're down here and a guy shows up in a Santa suit, says that we're looking at possible divergence on things all across the board. I'm gonna do this the whole video because we did this. We gave all of this last time we did a video. We gave all of this, and we're gonna keep giving it out. All right, we're just gonna keep on doing it. So smash like, subscribe, join the Discord. 2026 is our year. Let us grow. So here we go again. We had drawn this across to this during the live stream. We made this pattern. We drew a line. I don't have I'm not trying to sell you on 700 different ideas or indicators or word vomits, terms, this, that. I'm selling you 3 patterns and 1 indicator and a solid trading plan and structure for entertainment purposes only. But that is what I'm here doing. I'm just trying to help people see the markets for what they are. And here we go again, right? So again, idea is not changing on this pattern. That is your trading pattern. That is your range. Simplifies everything for us. If we don't see this, our only points of entry on a trade like this, on a chart that looks like this, I'm going to be down here or up here, because no one can predict exactly what things are going to do. You are trading based on multiple different things. You're trading based on the emotions that are in the market. You're trading based on patterns that other traders are going to use, the indicators that bots and other traders are feeding off of, and you're trading against your own emotions. And that's it. Everything else is irrelevant. Charts beat news every time. Follow the patterns. We haven't had anything good to say about this in a couple of streams now. We were feeling kind of optimistic just before we got here that we could see a hold, but then everything dumped down. And unfortunately, we never really saw this try to recover. So we haven't really had much to say about this in a while. Okay, near. Same thing. We're looking to see a bounce down here. Again, overall, I feel like we're ranging. I'm not seeing a nice clear pattern off of this, unless there's some variation of this happening, which is very possible. But again, I mean, at that point, we're really looking for this next. Not really liking, if you've noticed in some of these and what we'll go through, you're going to see much cleaner, more clear patterns. There are better things to put your attention into. It still doesn't look bad, and obviously we get a nice response here on our bounce, but Cody's not happy. Yeah. Not ideal. Well, yeah. Again, stuff like this, when it's not clear as day, I'm more leaning towards seeing something like this happen. I'm really looking for those things that are at that peak moment where the stars align and you've got more than one indicator lining up, and you have multiple signs lining up for you. Because what we're looking at, oh yes, ADA last time, we had quite the elaborate chart, but I mean, realistically, it's bouncing right on our idea, so. But again, same thing. This is what we're looking at. Is it alt season? Maybe not. Maybe it's not alt season, but is it probably one of the best times to be considering the word alt season? It very well could be. I don't know. I'm just a guy on YouTube with weird glasses and a blue camo hat. Dogecoin. All right, same thing. We were looking at this large idea. We were going over these big time frame ideas, giving out the old bottoms for Christmas, and I mean we bounced straight on our line, right on. And again, this has not been touched. If you do not believe what I'm saying, go watch the last video. Not much has changed for Zora. I think we're still on the same. We did pull down a little lower than we wanted to, but we are holding. So, and here, let's make this a little less busy, so we can just kind of get like a simple idea here. Okay, so we did go a bit lower than we wanted to, but if we can bring up here and hold and stay in here, I'm still gonna hold true on this idea that when this curve range breaks, we will continue out and make a move in the upward direction. What we need to do in order for that to happen is we need to be able to get back above this level. If we close below this level, that's not looking great. Okay, we could range down a little farther, and then we'd have to consider moving our pattern idea to something, you know, now that we have those 2 points of contact, which we didn't have last time. That's why I say the more data, the better. We could be considering something like this, provided that we can't hold, right? And then that just kind of drags us out a little farther. But still, for the next little while, means that this is a really great entry line, potentially, with a minimal loss for a stop loss down there. Emmy, my boy, I think your print's done. Okay. So we were kind of looking at the Zeus thing, so I don't have to go over that too much. But yeah, basically last time we didn't have a lot of data, but we were looking for it to roll around and at least come up and test a level somewhere around here. So we did that. As far as this goes now, we have to watch for our next potential consolidation. What we did know is that we were holding that curve in the falling wedge, and there was a level that we were likely going to come, you know, push up to. Cookie. I'm looking at this range down here based on these 2 points up here and this third one, and we did in fact catch the bounce and start to make a push up. Do we cross 50 over the 2, get the golden cross, and keep pushing and running? I'm not sure. Do we range like we talked about last time? I'm not sure. What I continue to say is our entries are down here and up here on that breakout retest. Yeah, it's almost every single thing that we talked about last video. Yeah. Anyways, There you go. You got these points up here. You got this point here. We draw it over. We look at it. Say we're in a falling wedge and we could be looking to see this. That's what we see. And we're making moves off of it still. Understand the potential of watching a video on YouTube that gives you 20 to 80% on 20 coins. Like I'm not in here like buy this and then sell this because of that. I came on here and spent 2 hours breaking the market down in a Santa suit, and it did exactly what we talked about. Consider the value in that, please. Because no one's trying to pool shark you with flash and flare. We're really breaking it down here. Yeah, we probably will have to glue them, yeah. Does it look pretty cool though? Yeah. No, the numbers are going to get printed in that color and then push into those spaces. Well, just set it aside. You might be able to paint. When I'm done, we'll do it. We got P1S3D printer for, well, my son got a P1S3D printer for Christmas, so we're printing. He's printing lots of things. Okay, so same thing. Ava AI. Last video, we're talking about these bottom level ideas based on previous price action. And we're catching our bounce here. We were looking to see some type of a hold. That's what we got. And again, when we went in and talked about stuff, the idea was, you know, double bottom with some divergence on it, right? So we get same thing with most of these. We get the double bottom and we get some divergence on it. And these ranges and these levels are going to hold true throughout the year. Now, stuff like this thing has to make a choice much sooner than a lot of the things we've seen. So something like this is what I would be really looking at, right? Pi. Once again, we're just gonna look at it. We look at it every time. It looks great, but nope. I'd rather feel really silly on the day that it actually ends up back here than I would even try to promote it. So, nope. But it's there. feeling crazy. Okay, so this thing ran before everything else, and then obviously we've now started to range in a different direction. So we're looking at a range in this area here now. Not certain that that's going to cut it. We might have to extend that. Yeah. So this is the range we're dealing with right now. 100%. We got this run out of our pattern. Out of our pattern. This is what we were looking at with cubic last time. Obviously hasn't really made a big push, but it definitely did manage to confirm that higher low. So now it'd be nice to see us push, make the higher high, and carry on. But again, considering all things, getting in down at the bottom, whether it's here or whether it's here or here, whatever the case may be, I think we had it somewhere here. But we're still looking at this range, because it's the closest thing we have as a guess for price action. And this is a pretty repeated pattern, right? So we really want to see this level get pushed above. See a bit of history repeat itself. Nice to see a volume spike. Come over here. You see this nice volume spike right here. And then you get a run. It'd be nice to see one of those happen over here, where our volume is going to be going down for a while. Down, down, down. And then you get a nice volume spike. That's going to help add to your confirmation. Right now, it's pushing in the green, but we're overheating fast, so that kind of leads me to believe that you can see some kind of a small range inside of it, cool off, kind of accumulate for a little while before we see that bit of a markup into this area. And we're just seeing mini market cycles happen over and over again. You're going to get your accumulation. You're going to get your markup. You're going to get your distribution and markdown. You're going to get your accumulation. And then you're going to get your markup. Distribution, markdown, accumulation, markup. Mod bouncing. I think the last time we looked at it, I didn't really draw a chart because I just said there's not a whole lot of data on it. I mean, when you go to the daily, there's just not a lot on it yet. But I mean, the markets kind of run together. So as everything else is made a run, this clearly is making a push along with it. Doge. Nothing crazy's happened, but we are respecting this level for now. again, we want to see a push happen here, right? We've got this downward push on the price, and then we're hopefully starting to push upward here on the indicator. So that'd give us a bullish situation. To give you a nice run to the top of this pattern even would be insane for something like this. But if you have any chances to make your entries down at these lower levels, you know, where you're going to be able to cut your losses much faster, because this is a cryptocurrency situation. I mean, 10% is lost. Just to be able to fulfill the stop loss demand of a situation like that, you're down 11%. It's very volatile when you're trading stuff like this. Payout well exceeds the potential drawback and loss, especially if you're being very conservative and you're considering high time frames over small time frames. PayPay just looks like it's doing a bearish retest. It's really got to break back in here, or it's just doing a bearish retest. We were in, oh, well, sorry, I don't want to move that, I guess. We want to go look at what we were in last video. Last video, we were in this range idea. And here you go. So you get this breakdown of what we were talking about. And then you get the bearish retest of it. And then you get the reversal and the push. So there you go. It doesn't always go down. You can have the range and idea, and it can play out multiple times and then not be that full pattern. Once you get out of your range idea, if it's not doing, like once it's not doing exactly what you wanted and doing the drop, you have to reconsider your idea. So we get this push out of this consolidating area. Yeah, it has to hold here. It really has to hold. Hold and push. It has to, really needs to get back up here. Yeah, the music's on the fritz. Sorry about that, guys. It's the weather. Okay, Shiba. Same thing. We're looking at the falling wedge. We bounced. You can do it, but just let me be there for it, okay? Alright, so same thing with Gala here. We're looking at this idea. Again, nothing's been moved. This is the YouTube chart. Haven't touched anything. I mean, we were here on Christmas Day. Well, just before Christmas Day, so we were here. We drew this back here. Right here, we drew this curve. Right here, live. Go check it out. And we hit this perfectly and pushed up. Based off of higher time frame ideas. Caspa, very scary. Not charting that, we're just watching. CRV, we're looking at multiple level ideas. Obviously we got a little crazy with this one. I was obviously over explaining some stuff. this is what you're looking at. This level and this level. Set your alerts, live your life, make your entries when they hit that level. If you want to scalp and get into smaller time frame stuff, we can do that too. But you're gonna have to join the Discord at least for that. IOTA, I think we had on the other side, but I'm not going to show the other charts. Same thing. Once again, bouncing right on the level we spoke about last time. So this is the range that you're looking for. Yeah, I'm not going to show that chart on the other side. Some of these I'm not going to show the charts for just because I have really nice setups for them that are for the group. So you're seeing different versions than what the other group would see. So. Okay. Yeah, these ones not much has changed. They haven't really hit the key levels. Litecoin hit a key level down here that we were talking about. It did hit the level, and it's pushing. But some of them haven't really hit any type of a level, and some of them we're not putting levels on, we're just watching for now. Zen came down and hit the level and is pushing. Game pushing off of the level. APT. TON here. Literally, we were looking at this to drop out and give us a double bottom with some type of divergence. Literally exactly what happened, and then we made a run pushing towards the top of this pattern here. So, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I need to be more flashy and less realistic. And I don't know. Anyways, there's a whole lot of gains, a whole lot of great technical analysis, a whole lot of my time. Have a great evening, everyone. See ya next time around. Let us grow.